I love it. I love it.
Send in the clouds.
Yeah, I am not doing that again. What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy, me, Isaiah Hudson, and Joker. We got to talk about Joker, man. That movie was amazing. There's no other word to describe it. Matter of fact, there's a TV spot that just sums up my feelings on the movie. And I'm going to play it right now. Here you go. The thing that's so amazing about it is Joaquin Phoenix's performance. I've seen a lot of great performances, and let me tell you, I don't think I've seen anything just as spectacular as this. The best performance I've ever seen anyone give in any movie. My camera, when I think of great performances, I think of movies like Monster that starred Charlize Theron in 2003, and damn near every Al Pacino movie. Marlon Brando in The Godfather. Peter Dinklage as Tyrion Lannister. I'm even putting him in the all-time great acting performances. I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis as Lincoln. Michael Fassbender as Magneto, I thought was spectacular. And of course, Heath Ledger's Joker. That's one of the all-time best performances. How do I rank the Jokers? This might be my favorite Joker interpretation. This might be my favorite one. I have to see the movie a few more times to solidify my thoughts. Sorry, guys. I gotta lay down, man. Me doing that spin hurt my head, man. The things that I liked about the movie was how much he was looking for acceptance, and every time he tried to find acceptance, it ultimately turned into rejection. Of what that could do to a person, particularly a person like Arthur Fleck. The movie's about Arthur Fleck more so than the Joker. A lot of people, when they think Joker, they expect, like the Injustice comic book run of him blowing up stuff and, just being maniacal. And that's fair. That's a fair assumption to have going into it, expecting that. Because, historically, Joker, that's what the Joker is. Someone told me, like, what is Joker's motive? Or asked me, what is Joker's motive? And the only thing I've come to, grasp is he just likes to F with people, man. That's like, he doesn't even have a definitive origin per se, and I think that's what makes him so interesting, is there's no concrete backstory. So why not give him a backstory, one of many alternate backstories that we can buy into, backstory that was very effective in that regard. Now, having said that, I thought the film was very dark and gritty, which is not a bad thing at all. Take inspiration from films like Taxi Driver and also King of Comedy, and you just mix what make those movies so great on their own, and you just combine that and you create something. You get the joke all the time with music. They'll take a sound, like sampling, take a popular song, the beat of a popular song or an older song, and they combine it with different elements, and then they put their own twist to it, and then they create something that's either great, But I just think that a couple movies should, just to experiment with that concept. And, I don't see how Joaquin Phoenix doesn't win Best Actor. I do not see how he does not win that, or at least gets the nomination. You know if this film is going to win Best Picture, because when you look at the Rotten Tomatoes scores, it's 69%. And I think that's devilishly low. I'm surprised I even got that word out. Did we see the same movie? Like, are you talking about the Joker, or are you talking about Jared Leto's Joker? And the Rotten Tomatoes score is a 69%, and then the audience score is a 91%. How does that happen? That's just another example. I'm always talking about the disconnect between the audience score and the Rotten Tomatoes score, because someone has to say it, man. Someone has to bring this up. 69%? Really? I don't know. It's getting to a point where the audience has better taste than the critics. Critics believe that they can dictate the box office. Now, you've heard everything imaginable about the Joker. You heard like how certain theaters aren't even showing the movie because how they believe the movie can incentivize violence. And I have to push back on that. I don't think this movie does that at all. It acknowledges violence in a way that affects people. You know what I mean? What this movie, it doesn't incentivize it, but what it does, it brings awareness to it. Not in any way advertise it in a way that, you know, people should go out and do this stuff. I think it's society plays a huge role in this movie. So like someone should care for Arthur. I think someone should care about someone. You know, that's how I think. And Arthur just didn't even get a taste of that. Throughout the entire movie, he's being rejected. Really sad. And you just see him transition into madness. Again, society plays a huge role in that. Like, this man cannot catch a break. For 2 hours or 2 minutes, this guy is just living in hell. There is no positive outlook to his life. The only thing that makes him happy, make people laugh. You know, I'm trying to be very brief here. I don't want to give away too much. And this is going to be crazy. So I'm going to show you guys my top 2 movies of 2019 so far. And as you can see, it's Avengers Endgame at the 1 spot, and it's John Wick 3 at the number 2 spot. Now, I marked off everything else because you guys just going to have to wait and see my entire list. Towards the end of the year, I'm going to give my top movies, top 30 movies. I'm going to make a YouTube video on my top 30 movies of the year. And that's always subject to change because there's still more movies out that I need to see. But as far as Joker is concerned, Avengers Endgame is my number 1 favorite movie of the year. And the reason why it is because of the fact that it gave me everything that I wanted from a comic book movie. Everything that I like about comic books and the comic book characters appeared or happened in that movie. What happens to a particular character, I still don't want to spoil Endgame, but I'm pretty sure you guys know what happens to a particular character made me cry endlessly. Like, I haven't even felt that sort of loss within a fictional character. And I think that movie has an advantage that a lot of movies do not have. And I will admit that. However, the movie still has to be great. The movie still has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I thought that what they set out to do, they accomplished it in a very great way narratively. However, Joker, I'm still thinking about it. I saw the movie on Thursday or Friday. Yeah, I saw the movie Friday, actually. Joker might, as the more I'm thinking about it, the more I start to appreciate the artistry behind it. Joker might actually be my number 1 movie of the year. I have to see it again. Like, I have to see this movie again to solidify that thought. And I'm not even falling into the hype that's surrounded by the movie. When I'm telling you that there was something different about this comic book movie. You know, I don't know what it is. I think it's based on the fact that it's nothing like we've ever seen before, or that I've ever seen before in a very long time. It does not feel like a comic book movie. And I don't know if that's why the movie's so powerful in that regard. And like I said, it just does not feel like a comic book movie. It feels like something that's really grounded in the real world setting, and it can happen in a real world. I guess that's the same thing. I don't know, man. I like to make jokes in my YouTube videos and stuff, but this is like probably the most serious you've ever seen me, bro. Because like I was moved by this movie. Like I damn near teared up a couple times. Like the way how he's isolated and the way how he's bullied, and it's just so sad, man. And another thing that I got for this movie was like, we just got to treat everyone equally, man. People don't understand that those who are a-holes to other people, you create monsters like this. It's a shame. It's really a shame. Let's talk about the characters now. Now, Zazie Beetz, who plays it's like a love interest in the movie. I thought she was good. I didn't think she was in the movie enough. I kind of wish that she had more screen time, but the screen time that she does get, she does a serviceable job. You know, it's not like a standout performance like Joaquin, but Zazie Beetz, she does what she needs to do. She brings what she always brings to the table, just a very good performance, and I really liked her character. She's interesting. Robert De Niro was just fantastic. It's kind of cool to see him play the comedian, the host of the comedy show. You know, because obviously in King of Comedy, he's trying to get on the comedy show, but it's cool to see him play the actual, host of the show. There's a scene where he interacts with Joker, and it's probably one of the highlights of the movie for me. This movie is so, like, I think Joaquin Phoenix is in every frame, almost every frame in this movie. There's not really that much character interactions, because it's so focused on him. And I think that's like the geniusness behind this movie. Bruce Wayne is in this movie as a child. He's just kid Bruce Wayne. If you watch Gotham, that's pretty much what this Bruce Wayne is. If you watch the TV show Gotham, we're getting the same kid Bruce Wayne, witnessing stuff firsthand. And, we see that this type of stuff that he's witnessing is what shapes him to become Batman. Not saying that Batman stuff is in this movie, but given the history and lore of Batman, this is just the many things that he witnessed as a child. However, Joker's mom in this movie, I thought her role was very interesting. Like, her character, she served narrative purpose, and you're going to see how she does that. It was just one of many things that's just like, wow, he is living one wild life. The government doesn't care about those who are sick mentally. They really don't, because in the movie, you know what? I'm not going to give too much away, but yeah, the government is one of the many villains in this movie. Crazy story, man. Crazy in every good sense of the word. What do I give this movie? Out of 10, I'll give it a 25. 25 out of 10, man. This movie is one of my favorite movies of the year. Might be my favorite movie of the year. I still got to think about it. Again, like I said, Endgame is right there, but if it happens not to be the number one spot, if I think about it some more, it will be on the number 2 spot for sure. So I'm sorry, Keanu Reeves. I love John Wick 3, clearly, but I will not have a problem with moving John Wick 3 to the number 3 spot. But yeah, you guys should all go see The Joker. This is probably one of the best comic book movies that I've ever seen. And that's not overselling it. This is how I genuinely feel, because I don't think I've been moved by a performance like that in a very long time. It's a work of art. It's artistry at its finest. It is artistry at its finest. It's because of this movie. Movies like this is why I like watching movies. And it's a character study, first and foremost. And I wish more movies would do stuff like this, because life itself is rough. And if you make more movies like that, that just assures me and many other people that we are not alone in this battle. Life sucks. Life will kick you down, and you'll stay down unless if you find courage to fight it back. And I'm not saying that we all should be Joker, but I'm saying that some people fight back life differently, and sometimes the way how they fight it in Joker's case is the wrong way morally. Wish that we can find a way to balance that, balance morality while also fighting life as it is, because in some cases life is the villain. Unless if you don't have the right guidance, then life has already won. Just see the type of conversations this movie makes you have, bro. Whoa, we just went there, did we? And that's my review, man. My head still hurts. I should have never did that spin. Oh my God. Yeah, so if you guys like to give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you later. Peace in the Middle East, baby.